everybody and welcome to this video. My name is Becca and today I have a very special guest. If you remember Laura, we did another video together. I'll link it somewhere. I had a blast filming that with her and also she's just my best friend here, it's okay. But today we are going to be eating a bunch of American foods and snacks, and I feel like I've talked so much about American versus New Zealand foods and everything, but this is a fun little reversal because we're eating the American stuff here, and that's because my mother is here in town and I'm so excited. So she just flew in this last week. I had her load up like half of her suitcase with goodies from the US and we're just gonna sit here and chow down on it. We're gonna be fatty little Americans.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I had my one piece of toast with Marmite for breakfast, very Kiwi, and now I am here and I am ready to eat.
Good, good. Get ready to feast.
There is a lot of sugar here, so we've already got our water glasses just to help with that. Water.
Water. Okay, first, what are you most excited to eat?
Okay,
most scared to try?
Firstly, pickle in a bag. Never have I ever seen a pickle in a bag, and it is gigantic, so that is going to be interesting. The fact that there are 12 biscuits or cookies in this.
See all 12 of them right now.
In this massive box, I'm interested to see how massive they are, and then probably some of the hot stuff. I'm gonna be interested to see how that goes.
Okay, what should we start with first? I think we should do pie or biscuits.
Start sweet. Let's go with the pie.
Here's the pie. My husband Billy made it fresh this morning. That's whipped cream and it's pumpkin pie. So of course here in New Zealand, if you say pie, it means a savory pie. Usually like
Yes.
mince and whatever.
Yeah, and when I first heard about pumpkin pie, I was like, oh, pumpkin's a savory thing. Like we make pumpkin soup, so I thought it's a savory pie. No, it is not. So.
Okay, so I love both types of pie. I mean, you can't go wrong. I like a sweet pie and I like a savory pie. They're both incredible. They both have their place in life. Yeah, good luck sawing through there.
I think the base is just this is off to a very good start. Excuse fingers. All right, there we go.
Have you ever had a pumpkin pie before?
No.
Have you ever had any kind of soup pie before?
Yeah, we do sweet pies. Like with apple and berries and stuff like that. I'm not quite convinced because I am getting pumpkin soup vibes. Also the texture, because it's smooth, like you do pumpkin soup.
I used to not like pumpkin pie for quite a while because I didn't like the texture of it, but now I love it and it's really good. And of course this is usually eaten with Thanksgiving dinner, and it's definitely not savory though, it's sweet, it's got sugar in it, whipped cream on top.
I mean, like I definitely eat it.
It's really good.
I definitely eat it. I'm just still slightly confused by it.
Because the texture of the pumpkin is like so nice and creamy.
It is, for sure.
We also don't have to eat all of this because we do have a bunch of it.
This is quite nice, and I am quite hungry.
I do want to finish eating it though. I also just feel like it's kind of a lighter pie though too, because like...
It is, yeah. It's not overly sweet.
Yeah. It is mostly pumpkin. So one of my very favorite pies is called a derby pie. And it's just so sweet. It's like caramely, chocolatey. It's got walnuts in it. It's like a chocolate caramel. I don't really know how to describe it. It's incredible though. It'll kill you. You'll have a heart attack right away, but...
Alrighty. What would be the weirdest thing to go to next?
The pickle would definitely be the weirdest thing next. What's the history in New Zealand on pickles?
My first introduction to pickles, and when I would usually have them, was when we would go to McDonald's and we get like a cheeseburger and they'd have pickles on it, and that was pickles for me. That was it. No, we never kind of added pickles to anything. And then when I went to the States and I'd see burgers with like gigantic pickles like this, like a quarter or a half, just staked into the top of it, and I was like, okay, you guys like your pickles.
Do you ever have the experience where you just eat a whole one of these?
Never.
So I remember going to like baseball games and stuff for my cousins, and this is just one of the things that was on the menu. You could get a whole dill pickle and you would just sit there and eat it on one sitting, and I loved it. It's really good.
Did it come in a bag?
It didn't come in a bag. They would just have it in like the big jars, and they'd pick out one and sell it to you for like 50 cents or something.
Was it like on a stick or like...
Sometimes they'd wrap it in a napkin.
Okay, so just a giant pickle in a napkin.
Just a giant pickle. You hold it in your hand and you eat it at the baseball game where everybody's spitting their seeds out.
Spitting their seeds out?
Oh, sunflower seeds, sorry. I got distracted opening this. So I've never had a pickle out of a bag. This is just for convenience sake.
Since it came all the way from the States in a suitcase.
I love that smell.
It smells like McDonald's.
It's basically vinegar with like yellow 5. Yeah. It's
what? Okay, so they add color to the pickle.
And then
that is ridiculous!
I could happily eat this whole thing. I don't know how I feel about this.
Do I have to just like pick it up and bite it?
You can eat as much as you can.
Okay, give me a little hut. I want a
No,
little.
I'm cutting it right in half.
Oh my goodness.
I'll give you the smaller one.
Clink.
So they are pretty juicy, which is why I do like them wrapped in napkins, but we're just gonna go for it.
Oh, it's very salty. Okay, once we get past the saltiness, there's like a good tang.
It is overly salty, isn't it?
This one's quite salty.
I haven't had like a good dill pickle from the States in a long time.
She's dripping.
Yeah, and you kind of have to like slurp the juice off the pickle.
I don't think I want to. I had 2 bites. I feel like if I had something to make this less salty, like with a burger in a burger or something, I think I could do it, but I'm just gonna...
You're done with the pickle?
Yeah,
I'll eat it later.
I know you will. Should we do the cereal? Because you said
Let's do this.
that has special meaning to you.
Let me go grab the milk.
Captain Crunch's Crunch Berries. Did I say it right? Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch. This is my favorite cereal, which is why I had my mom bring it all the way over. So I can remember eating this as a kid. And it just tears the roof of your mouth up. But it is my favorite cereal. I don't even know how to describe the flavor to you. Honestly, I don't know.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you got away. Wait, so is it meant to be like this one's like cereal and this one is like berries?
I don't know how Captain Crunch
berries.
relates to the cereal. It doesn't describe the flavor at all.
Okay.
It just says sweetened corn and oat cereal.
Okay, so for the serving size of 37 grams, there are 16 grams of sugar.
So I just can't believe that this is considered a breakfast.
It reminds me of like movie theater popcorn.
Popcorn? So like
Yeah.
buttery? Okay. There's a lot of flavor, but you can't describe it.
Oh, it's because it's a corn-based cereal.
Oh,
So
is
it's
that
like
why it's
popcorn. Yeah, so it's the actual corn flavor. You're right though, I'm kind of trying to chew this on the side so that it doesn't hurt the roof of my mouth.
But imagine eating a whole giant bowl of it. Your mouth just gets destroyed.
This is pretty much like dessert. I think if I ate this for breakfast every morning, I'd feel pretty sick pretty quickly.
What's your favorite kind of cereal here?
Like as a kid or now?
As a kid.
I think I generally go for Cocoa Pops, like the puffed rice cereal with chocolate.
We have it on the streets.
Yeah.
So you can buy the box. It says, oops, all berries. And it's just all the colored berries.
Do the berry ones taste different?
So they taste a little more fruity, I guess.
Yeah, there's a bit of a fruity smell.
I actually prefer the yellow ones, so I don't like the oops, all berries.
Oh yeah, that is really artificial tasting. No.
I love it.
No.
The milk at the end is so sweetened and delicious.
Can you just drink it? Like a yes to the cereal as dessert, I think.
And that's kind of how I think of cereal now, because it is so sweet and it's just really processed. I basically eat it as ice cream.
I bet that if we check, this is probably like a similar sugar level to just having ice cream.
I think we should do the biscuits.
I think so. That was pretty sweet, so.
So these are homemade biscuits. So they're supposed to be like nice and thick. Oh, that one's like a perfect one. And then you make this delicious white sausage gravy. It's vegan sausage.
So first impressions, that just looks like scones.
Scones.
And this reminds me of cheese sauce. Do you guys have cheese sauce, like with veggies and... It's
Like
kind
nacho cheese?
No, like when you have like a roast dinner, but we'd normally have it with veggies, which in a way seems weirder than having it with this.
So
scone.
there's no sugar in this.
Yeah.
So it's just a biscuit. A flaky, delicious biscuit. So this is like a very country breakfast kind of meal.
Breakfast.
I
I would have this for dinner.
Breakfast. There's no vegetables involved. There's no like real fiber to help move things along. It's just the American breakfast kind of.
Stodge.
Yeah, I'm just gonna dive right in. I'm very excited to eat this.
So are we just gonna like put it
So
up?
traditionally what you would do is pour the gravy on top. I didn't want to make them too soggy. And
That's
so
true.
I'm just gonna scoop some gravy on top.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if we can fork cut it.
I'm gonna eat mine like a little...
Yeah. So excited about this.
I feel like this is very beige. Oh, it smells good and savory.
Yeah, it's just like really salty.
It's like quite peppery as well. Which is quite
Lots
nice.
of pepper.
I think for me, the only downside would be like the texture of the gravy because it's a little bit gelatinous.
That's what it's supposed to be though.
That's okay. It tastes good. I am a savory breakfast person, so I could probably have this for breakfast occasionally.
So yeah, I feel like this is pretty reminiscent of like a Thanksgiving dinner though, where it's beige on top of beige on top of beige.
It's quite beige. It is really tasty. Is it usually just on its own like this, or do you have it with other stuff?
No, it's usually just biscuits and gravy.
Okay, nice and simple.
Have you ever had a Twinkie before?
I don't believe so. No.
Oh, this reminds me of have you seen Wall-E?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that disgusting scene where the little roach friend like pokes in one hole and then goes in.
Okay, I do not remember that.
He's a little squashed, okay? He flew all the way from the US in my mom's suitcase.
I'm a long way.
So we'll just cut this in half. Okay, maybe a little pickle juice on
Okay.
I don't remember the story of Twinkies, but I feel like they discontinued them for a while. I need to look into it.
Well, it smells really yum.
Oh, so many memories. There's so much nostalgia tied into these like horrible.
Yeah, when would you normally have Twinkies?
I don't know.
Just
like in your lunchbox.
In your lunch.
As a snack for after school. Oh, it doesn't taste as nice as it smells though.
I feel like I'm just getting hydrogenated vegetable oil.
That's exactly what's happening.
It definitely smells better than it tastes.
It's weird. It like dissolves in your mouth and like sticks to your teeth weird.
I feel like it's one of those things where you'd always remember it being really good and you're like, oh yeah, let's go get a Twinkie. It'll be so yum. I'm just craving one, and then you get one.
I'm so sad. That was not very good.
And then you bite it and yeah, I don't think I can finish this because it is a lot of sugar. If I leave it here, I can come back and finish it a year from now if I want to.
That's true. It'll be in the exact same condition. Okay, do you want to try? Smarties are pretty neutral.
Yeah, let's try Smarties.
Okay, so I got Smarties only because in New Zealand when you say Smarties it's something else. Are they like the M&M kind of thing?
Yeah, they're kind of like M&Ms. They taste different. Like the shell on the outside tastes different to like an M&M shell. It's got kind of a different sugar taste, but I think we do have things kind of like this.
So I don't love them. They're just like powdered sugar cubes basically with a little bit of flavor in them. They're what they throw out at parades. And when you're a desperate kid that just wants sugar, you'll pick them up and eat them.
Oh, it smells so fake. Oh my god.
They smell like a grandma's closet. Like,
they don't even smell sugary. They just... So first impression is like, this is made of plastic and I shouldn't eat it.
Oh. Yeah, no kid would ever go to the store and like pick out Smarties as their candy of choice.
No. And we're done.
We're done with that one.
I had one and I choked on it.
Okay, next.
We should do something spicy.
Takis. I hope they're not stale. They look a little deflated from the plane, but
I have never heard of these.
I love them. Here, let me show the bag.
It's a very fun purple color. I like it. I kind of want to read the bag, but I also don't want to. Okay, so first impression is color. Look at that. That's some color right there.
So we would call them Satan's fingers.
Okay.
I
Seems a
think
bit
they're
dramatic. Smells yum. It's like sour and spicy. Is my tongue going red already?
Oh, I love them. I love these so much.
It's just a lot going on in one bite.
So it's sour from the lime. They put a lot of lime flavor on it.
Got that?
And then your whole mouth starts burning. And I don't know why it's so pleasant, but it is.
It's so nostalgic. You're like, then your whole mouth starts burning. Yay!
Do you have many spicy like chips and things?
Not really. They've started bringing in some of the spicy Doritos.
But you just want to eat the whole bag. Even though you'd think that the spiciness would deter you from that, but no.
I mean, I'm still on my first one, but I'm gonna get...
How?
Because it's really sour and spicy.
It's not that spicy. Do you like spicy stuff though?
Yeah, but like cooked food, I'm not used to spicy out of a bag. I was trying my fingers red.
Oh yeah, you gotta lick them off at the end.
That's the good stuff, right? The red powder.
I'm going to enjoy eating that whole bag.
Well, I enjoyed my one. I think if I got more used to the spiciness, like the intensity of it, I think I would really like it.
Which one should we try next?
Maybe you should do the Pop-Tart. What flavor?
These are strawberry, which are always my go-to as a child.
Okay. So you need to put them in the toaster, right?
You can, or you can see them plain. I don't have a toaster, so...
I'm just gonna go straight for it then.
There's always 2 in the package.
Ooh, that's exciting.
The outside is just plain with like no icing on it.
I was gonna show it to the camera and then I...
So yeah, there's filling on the inside. But I always hated having to eat the crust because they're just so plain and boring.
I just had a bit of it and it's
just dry.
Yeah,
like no flavor. It's really unfortunate.
Okay.
And I say as I eat the whole crust.
And then it's got like icing frosting-y stuff.
And then a strawberry filling. This is another breakfast.
I'm
for a long
this
time.
is breakfast.
The mornings that I wouldn't have time to sit down and eat cereal or whatever, I would just grab a bag of Pop-Tarts and then eat them on the way to school.
That's crazy. I think for us we'd do like toast, you know? You need like a couple of minutes for the toast to cook. So you choke the toast down, grab the rest of your stuff, then like slap some Marmite on it, eat it as you go. Well, the center doesn't even really taste like strawberry. The crust just tastes like plain flour with a tiny bit of artificial sweetness.
It tastes like drudgery to me. Like you have to eat the boring crust to get to the good part.
It tastes like drudgery. Yeah, I might leave this. You can give that to Billy. That's his present from me. So does this taste like strawberry to you?
No. There's a cherry flavored one though, and I would avoid that one at all costs. There's a maple flavored one. That one is pretty good.
Yeah.
There's like a s'mores one. I don't know. I'm remembering these as being so much better.
So crumbly.
Okay, I want water.
Yeah.
Okay, hot Cheetos.
Very good, Jonna.
I thought it was beautiful.
Thank you.
These are flaming hot Cheetos.
Woo!
Because you have Cheetos here.
Do we?
I ate Cheeto Puffs just the other day.
Oh.
I don't think you have flaming hot Cheetos here, at least not readily available. I could be wrong about that.
They keep them secret and stashed away
But
somewhere.
these are also the best form of Cheetos to eat.
Because
They're the best. They're just the best.
I love the shape. We've got lots of different shapes going on. That's cool. It is also very red. Look at that. It's a bad idea to read the ingredients. Okay, I'm gonna try.
Red 40 Lake, yellow 6 Lake, yellow 6 East.
It's made with real cheese.
All Cheetos are made with real cheese.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm glad it's not sour like the other ones.
No, there's no lime. Oh, yes. I love hot Cheetos.
Okay. Flamin' hot. I feel like if there's a tiger on it, or is it a cheetah? Kissed a cheetah. Oh yeah. This is what cheetahs like to eat.
So, I don't think these are as spicy as the Takis.
No.
Like one Takis in your mouth was kind of lit up. These take like 4 Cheetos to really get you going.
I would definitely eat these. Like if someone had them out.
I feel like in the US you can find a spicy version of every kind of chip. You can find spicy Doritos, spicy Funyuns. Have you ever had a Funyun?
A what?
Funyun.
A Funyun?
It's an onion flavored chip in a ring. I don't think there's any actual onions involved in it.
So it's shaped like onion rings.
Yeah, but they have flaming hot Funyuns too. I love Funyuns.
Do people eat like the flaming hot Cheetos more than they eat the regular Cheetos?
I think once you get hooked on the hot Cheetos, you will always go for the hot Cheetos over the regular.
I mean, there's just more flavor going on, right?
I remember the first hot Cheeto I tried. I was a young child. And I stuck it in my mouth. And you know how when you inhale like the powder of a chip or something? That's what happened to me, but with the flaming hot.
So you're just there like
powder.
choking on.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna die. And so I did not eat hot Cheetos for like 3 years after that. And then I finally did again. I was like, wow, these are incredible. I haven't stopped eating them since.
These are good. So I think that's a no to the Takis, but a yes to flaming hot Cheetos. I'm getting warm. I might have to take my jumper off. Alright, last one.
I had my mom bring 2 bags of the hot Cheetos.
Because you love them.
Yeah, spicy. Let's do the Hersheys. Now I
Alrighty.
think this poor guy got a little melted and then...
He did. He looks a little bit sad. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Oh, it smells like M&M's.
Okay.
I think there must just be like a distinctive American chocolate smell.
Does it smell like wax too?
Maybe.
This is like one of the better chocolates because Hershey's just focuses on the chocolate, whereas with a lot of other things, it's like the chocolate's just an afterthought. A lot of people say that it tastes like puke. Oh, I'm getting it.
What?
They say it tastes like puke to them because one of the like preservatives in it, it has a lot of similar qualities to stomach acid. Do you get that flavor at all?
I don't know. I think I'm still being influenced by the flaming hot Cheetos.
Oh, I got it again. It's like when you breathe. It's like when you breathe out. You get a little pukey flavor.
Okay, maybe we should put that to one side then.
So, how would you rate this chocolate?
I don't know. New Zealand has pretty good chocolate, so.
After eating Whitaker's,
Right.
I can't go to that. Like, I loved Hershey's and I thought it was really good.
And if you wanted chocolate and this was the only thing, you'd be like, okay, yeah, great, chocolate. But if someone was like, do you want Hersheys or Whitaker's?
I think that would be an obvious choice. We've done a pretty good job. I keep seeing those pickles over there and I'm excited to eat the rest of it.
Last one. I'm excited
Last
for
one.
this. This caught my eye from the beginning. Oatmeal cream pies.
This is a Little Debbie's.
I have heard that name, yeah.
So, Little Debbie's has a ton of different things. They have like cosmic brownies and
Cosmic brownies?
I do love those. Nutter butters. They have all these different.
Oh, I've heard of Nutter Butters as well. I think it's all the pop culture references. Okay, well that is... Okay, so on the box, look at that. They're like massive. They're like these giant cookie sandwiches. And then this is what you get. I'm already a little bit disappointed, just gonna say that.
So these are one of my favorite Little Debbie's. We'll see if that's quashed, just like a few of these other things were.
Well, they're a little bit squishy, so that's nice.
They're
not
nice
just,
and
like,
soft, and then it does have the icing in the middle, so it's sugar in between sugar, which is always
sugar on
nice.
sugar.
I think it's like a spice cookie, which is just always a good thing. And I think there might be a few little actual flakes of oatmeal, so you get like a little bit of real mixed in with all the sugar.
There's definitely like oaty bits.
It's just such a good texture and consistency.
Though I also feel like they could hide sawdust in this and we would have no idea.
Yeah, absolutely not. I feel like I could home make a version of this, but it would be so much better with like real frosting.
Definitely.
Real spice cookies.
The oatiness of it kind of reminds me of Anzac biscuits.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So if we got Anzac biscuits, made them a little bit flatter, icing, frosting in the middle.
I almost like want it to be sweeter.
Yeah, it's just very slightly sweet processed mush. Also, I know I've been reading the ingredients and everything, but this is ridiculous. Look at that list. That is massive. First ingredient, corn syrup.
The icing is like really throwing me off. It's almost like gum.
Yeah,
and I don't like
that. Okay, let me just get some on my finger. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does just dissolve. That does seem concerning. Imagine how long these could last on the shelf.
Guaranteed fresh until 2022.
That's this year.
No, we're in 2022. We're never in 2020 for a minute.
I don't know if I want to finish this.
You don't have to. You really don't. Your body will thank you if you don't.
It's true. I'm not going to be like, gee, I wish I ate more of that. Then I would feel better.
Well, that was the whole list of food. Ooh. Which one did you enjoy the most?
Probably the ones that Billy made. You can tell him I said
homemade,
that.
Fresh
Yeah,
stuff.
I think the fresh made stuff just has an advantage there. It just tastes less fake. The Cap'n Crunch cereal without the berry bits was actually decent as like dessert.
I'm excited to eat the rest of the box.
And then I think the flaming hot Cheetos, they were quite good, to be honest.
And then which was the worst?
I couldn't get through the pickle. It wasn't arbitrarily bad though. I just couldn't get through it. Probably the Pop Tarts and the Twinkies, which is funny because I think that when people think of like random American foods, that's what they go for, but those are probably my least favorites.
I think the Twinkie was by far my least favorite. It was just all around bad and not good, which is the definition of bad. I liked the pickle, but I've been into making my own homemade pickles recently, and they just taste so much better than that. That's overly salty and just like a little bit artificial. I'm still gonna eat the rest of it and enjoy it though.
I know you are, yeah.
And then I'm going to really enjoy the hot Cheetos and Takis. The Smarties are just gonna get thrown away. They're not worth anybody's time. And then the Hersheys is like not really worth eating either.
No. Particularly when New Zealand chocolate is so good and affordable. That was the one thing that got me in the States is chocolate is so expensive and it's not that good. $2-3 US just for a little block.
Oh,
like
that's
that.
true, because you get like a Whitaker's block and it's like
it's like a massive block.
It's dense and it's incredible.
And they just put it up to like $5.50 or something, right?
Yeah.
So that'd be like $4 American.
I had a list of honorable mentions, things that either couldn't be brought over or didn't want to waste it. So, for example, there's a lot of cheeses on here. American cheese, bright orange. It's in a square. It looks and feels and tastes exactly like wax. And I have detested it since I was a child. But for some reason, it's still a thing. It's still sold and bought.
Is that like the individual slices? Yes.
They're individually wrapped in plastic.
We have those here.
You do?
Yeah, we have the individually wrapped ones, but they don't add the like carotene orangey color to them, so they're like pale.
I hate it. Is it as waxy as the American stuff? Gross.
We can get that later.
No, thank you. Okay, do you have string cheese here?
We do not have string cheese.
You have American cheese, but you don't have string cheese. String cheese is a delight because it's so fun to sit there. You always put it in your kid's lunchbox because it's like an activity for lunch, basically. Some people are animals and they just bite.
I would never.
The stick of cheese, I have to take a little string of it. It's really stringy. It's like spider webby.
All right.
Okay, and then the other one that I wish that we could have gotten over here was Cheese Whiz.
That's in the can, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I feel like New Zealanders are horrified by the idea of whipped cream in a can.
Horrified.
But imagine cheese aerosolized in a can and just putting it in your mouth and going. Usually you'd like spray it onto a Ritz cracker or something.
Oh my gosh. You could just get cheese and cut it and put it on the cracker.
I don't know if it's actually cheese at all. It could just be like flavored mousse that tastes like cheese. American bread, I get told by a lot of New Zealanders, is like way sweeter and way grosser. I never really ate white bread in America that much. I did as a kid a bunch, but...
Wonder Bread.
Have you ever had pizza rolls or heard of pizza rolls?
I think I've heard of them. Is it like a sausage roll?
No.
Describe it to me.
They're little squares like that big. And it's like a dough pastry. And then inside is just like cheese sauce and then little cubes of pepperoni. They're one of those things that are disgusting, but I love them. And I eat a whole box of them every time I go back home.
And how is it eaten?
So when you cook them, and then you eat them. You have to be careful because they're really hot.
So you cook them in the oven?
You can cook them in the oven or the microwave if you're feeling lazy and you want them fast. My sister calls them grease pockets. So
we couldn't get them over here. Done it.
They're so good though. Yeah, so for like all summer long, I would switch between pizza rolls and did you ever have bagel bites? They were also little pizzas, but on little bagels. And then ramen noodles and Kraft mac and cheese.
Wow. That is the diet of a champion right there.
Yeah, that was me all summer long. Yeah, that was really good.
Cool.
PB&Js. So I feel like it's a thing here now.
It is.
But in most countries and the purists that live in New Zealand would say that PB&Js are a disgusting concept.
I didn't grow up eating them, particularly because it was always peanut butter and jelly. So jelly for us is like the gelatinous big...
Oh, like Jell-O.
Yes. So I was imagining that you like had peanut butter sandwich and you just took like a hunk of Jell-O and just like...
I've never thought of that.
When I learned that it was actually
jam,
peanut butter and jam.
I feel like PB&Js are one of God's gift to the earth. I think it's one of the most incredible food groups. I love them. I think in college I ate a PB&J at least once a day. Sometimes I'd have it for breakfast and lunch, and on very bad days I would also have it for dinner. I never got sick of them, and to this day it is such a treat to get a good PB&J. Any other weird American foods that...
I think I'm weird American fooded out for today.
Yeah, most of this was just like nostalgic and disappointing.
Just a disappointing trip back to childhood for you. Well, thank you so much for inviting me over to eat American foods with you.
Yeah, I hope you feel fine by this evening.
I'll report back any ill effects.
Well, thanks for being here with me and trying all of my gross American food.
Thanks for inviting me over. It was fun.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.